Hey,
And
girl. Hey. Woo. That's my horse noise.
yes, nay, nay,
Hey.
Fluffy,
Nay,
nay,
nay, Fluffy. Nay,
nay.
nay.
Shout out to you, Big Brother Mims. Shout out to you, Big Brother Mims.
Big Brother Maim. Wait,
No, I'm
Mims?
Mims.
Oh,
Mims.
okay. Wait,
Yeah.
what are we talking about now? I'm so lost.
I'm so.
Oh,
Wait, what are.
myself. I
Yeah,
don't even know what.
you,
Okay, girl.
weirdo.
There we go. I'm lost.
Lord.
It's
It was supposed to be like
it's
I mean, it was supposed to be like you, like not drag you,
not drag.
like,
I got it now.
right.
I'm so
The
dear
person.
listeners. I have pictures of horses behind me,
Yeah,
and
nay.
I am tired, and I am here, and we are recording this for you today. I don't know what we're recording, but we're recording it for you
You
today.
slay me.
Oh, that one. Let me change my
Yes.
notes real fast.
WKRP and Sensa,
So,
did we?
daddy. Oh God, girl. So how have you been? What's new with you?
um, I I don't know. I'm tired.
We got to do better than we're tired. We got to keep these listeners at
Dear
least through the
listeners,
pre-roll.
so just to let you all know what's been going on in my life. So I've been doing some drag stuff and I've been doing some day job stuff. I have discovered that Nathan's hot dogs makes a frozen potato like fries, like crinkle cut fries,
Oh,
that are actually pretty good for breakfast, and they're not very fatty. Like they're not like coated and pre-fried, so they're only like
uh-huh.
3 grams of fat. So that's become like my new breakfast staple with a little bit of turkey sausage.
I've got a
Yeah.
question for you. When you were at UNCG,
UNCG.
yeah,
UNC gay.
UNC guy, hi. Did
Dear
you
listeners, I went to a college because its nickname was literally UNC gay. That's why I chose that college.
um did they have in your food court because did you had a food court at college, right?
Of course, we weren't that poor.
Yeah, I know, I know. Did they have the Oscar Myers like store?
No.
So when I came to NC State, dear listeners, I started Wake Forest University, which was bougie. You could buy
Bougie.
cigarettes on your meal plan.
Oh
You
my
could
God.
get like
That's so 90s.
beer on your meal plan. They had like a restaurant you could eat at on your meal, the Renolda House restaurant. Jesus. Anyway, so fast forward, I did not like it, so I went to NC State, which I did like. And in one of the we had like 4 different places that had little restaurants in it. In one of them, girl, there was
Yeah.
an Oscar Myers store, and in this Oscar Myers store, they had baked potatoes that you could put like anything and everything on. Oh my God. Oh, salsa, sour cream, cheddar cheese, hot dogs
On a baked potato.
on a baked potato.
Okay.
And let me also tell you something else.
Sure.
When you got me talking about food now, whew, girl, I'm awake again. When I was in Taipei, which is a city I suggest everyone go to, it's if you have the ability or funds and all of that.
When
did it
I
for
was in Taipei,
when I was in Taipei, I did it
visiting.
for my honeymoon. You see,
Oh,
so
when
I
I
used
was there for my honeymoon.
I used it for honeymoon funds. It's really not that expensive to go to. It was cheaper than going to Europe. So
Whoa, it's pittance compared to a trip to Europe.
round trip per person was only $900, which I know is a lot of money, but when you're going that far away, really is not that. Anyway, I should stop because I'm sounding bougie. But
You
when I was in
sounded real
Taipei,
bougie.
when
real
I was in
bougie.
Taipei, they're known for their night markets. Okay, so there's kinds of food everywhere.
Mhm.
I love the grilled squid, love the grilled mushrooms, love this, love that. The one thing that I love the most, it was called a cheese potato. Girl, what they did, What they did,
I'm interested.
they took instant mashed potatoes.
Okay.
They balled it into like a football shape.
Mm-hmm.
They deep fried that. Took
Mm-hmm.
that out, so it was like a mashed potato hush puppy, a big mashed potato hush puppy.
Mm.
They cut it up, and on top of that, they put some kind of nacho cheese, and then they also had on top of it. I kid you not. Here's where it gets a little weird. Hard boiled egg, pineapple, and ham.
Ham.
It was delicious,
It
girl.
sounds
It
actually. I mean, I'm
was.
not mad at that at all.
I
Actually, that's.
was like, "What is this drunk food?" Yeah, and it was like $1.50.
I'm not mad at that.
I was not
I'm
either.
It's so one of my favorite things that has happened
These
since
are a
I've
few of my favorite things. Sorry,
um
I just thought. Sorry, I apologize. These are a few of your favorite things. There we go.
mhm.
I had to get
um
the pronoun correct there.
so one of the things that I've loved most about here is that Latin people have a there's a I can't
This
remember
can
what
go
it's
many different
called.
ways.
No, they have a potato ball, right?
Okay,
Um
most
that
cultures too.
they have a potato ball that they also fry.
Okay.
Oh, it's amazing. And inside of it is like ground meat inside of the
Mm,
potato, inside of the
yeah.
ball, right? And the first time I had it here, it was at a place called Fuego Latino or something like that, like Hot Latino. And
My favorite kind.
right? And it was so good. Like literally, it was so good.
Uh huh.
And it was just one of the. It was such a gringo moment where I was just like, "Oh my god, what is this? Why is this so good?" Right? And so, of course, I'm treating it like a delicacy. And so then one day, um, bitch, they sell that stuff at Publix in the deli section. I was like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute." There's like an entire line of like Latin things that they just sell in the deli that you can just go get for like $1.50. And oof, I had a period of time where I was eating those way too much because there was a Publix, so it was a walking distance from the office I used to work in. And so every
Oh,
lunch break, I was like, I'm gonna go get another one of those things. Oh my gosh, it was so. I still on those days, I have those moments where I'm like, you know what
just
I
gotta go
need
to
today?
Publix.
You know what I need today? I need to go get some fried chicken and I need to go get some of those potato balls
Have you
because
tried
that's
Jollibee
again.
yet?
I was getting ready to try them the other day,
Uh huh.
and I can't remember why I didn't stop. Oh, they're still having an influx of people. So like
Yes, girl.
every time I think about trying it, there's still like 30 people in line outside.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
just can't. I'm just like one of these days I'm gonna have like a
Just go at like
I'm,
two.
well, I'm just gonna go on like a weekday, right? So
Yeah.
like a random weekday that I take off or something like that, or have a sick day. Because like well, because like I said, it's literally right beside my second favorite Joann's in South Florida. So it's
Not his
like,
favorite, his second favorite.
well, it's not my favorite one is where like my friends are, right? Because that's always gonna be my favorite one. But like this one is not, no. But this one's good. Actually, you know what? I actually went to the I went to the Joann's down in Miami again because they had a specific fabric that I wanted that I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get anywhere else.
Uh-huh.
Um, which is always an experience because it's in like the most Spanish speaking part of Miami. So I walk in the door, no one speaks English to me because they all think I'm Dominican. And I hate having to be like the gringo to just be like, hello, because it's like that glass shattering in like the store. People just stop like, uh, hello. Like, always like, sorry. I'm sorry for being not Dominican. I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, now that you've offended everybody, we have a Patreon.
I offended no one.
But did you know we had a Patreon?
I did not actually.
Nobody
This
else
is the
does
first.
either.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Dear listeners, we have a Patreon. If you want to throw us some money, it's at
Mhm.
patreon.com. Mims and Maim. We also Maim, did you know we have 2 other podcasts?
I what?
We have Mims and Maim Baking Sugar, which is our Designing Women
Oh,
podcast.
that's right. Yeah, that's
and
right.
Mims and Maim Where's Dorothy, which is our slow-going Gold Palace podcast.
It's just as slow as the jokes. It's just as slow as the jokes on the show.
It is. It really, really is. But you can find them anywhere you get your podcasties by saying, just say at your computer or your phone, Mims and Maim, Mims and Maim, Mims and Maim. That won't work, dear listeners. Please search for Mims and Maim.
Well, I think that it's funny because this is what you all get for telling us a million times, you guys should do a Golden Girls podcast. You guys should do a Golden Girls podcast. So you got basically a Golden Girls podcast. It's just not the one that you asked for.
No, because we don't have that much time left in our lives.
No.
That's going to take 80 years.
Yeah. No.
There's too many episodes. We got
this
one.
We're not all Betty White. We're not all Betty White.
This is already 12 seasons. Yeah. So, my God, I decided to do a multi-year
oh boy,
thing.
Are we having talking about this show?
Oh my God. Are you ready to get into this mess?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
This is season 1, episode 12, Capital Offense. So we're in the District of Columbia.
Yes. On location, y'all. On location in a studio in California.
On location at Studio B at CBS. Later on, when we're in the
it's still not Maine.
office. It's still not Maine, though. You're right. So we're in a random office, right? And there's a bunch of drunk white men.
Yep. More so than usual.
It's true. We find out that Congress Joyner is running late.
Yes.
He's one of the white men who's not there yet. And another white Dixon, wants to talk about a cannery bill.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
That makes sense, right? Sense.
And as this is all going on, there's a blonde woman lighting her cigarette over in the corner and then taking pictures with the cigarette lighter.
I love it.
So, dear listeners, back in the 80s, sometimes children were given inappropriate things to play with.
Sometimes.
Yeah. My father gave me, for some reason, a cigarette lighter, a refillable one. It didn't have anything in it, but it looked exactly like that. It was one of the side lighting ones, and oh yeah, I love that thing.
Everybody's parent in the 80s gave them some kind of weird cigarette lighter. Everybody's parent. I had the little gun cigarette lighter. Everybody's had.
Yeah.
God bless the 80s.
And my dad gave me a travel bar, like a 70s travel bar to play with. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, your dad. I totally.
Yeah. Yeah. We find out that Joyner really hates. He busts in and he's like, "What are you doing here with these two?" Talking to one of the white men.
They're all white men.
Yeah, we're talking to the youngest white man in there. He really hates Dixon and the other one, right? There's two of them who are sort of lobbyists. You could tell they're lobbyists. They're talking to a congressman. He really hates the two lobbyists. And he's going to make a report to the ethics committee about it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, then he dies. Joyner's just dead.
Just dies, like
Just
literally
dies.
like, right in front of them, just boom.
But there's not going to be an ambulance. There's going to be no ambulance.
I'm sorry, what? What do you mean there's no ambulance? What do you mean we're
Well,
not going
as
to get
this
an
is all
ambulance?
happening, Marta is taking pictures as she's shutting the
Oh,
door.
Myrna, girl, what are you doing?
I know, looking fabulous and
Look, she did
being
look fabulous in that corner.
Yeah, she did with that hair up. She didn't even look like she did later on in the episode.
No,
I was like,
she
that's
looked-
not the same actress.
Senator. She's like later on in the episode, she was acting so weird when she came back in the
Yeah.
episode. It was very strange.
So now we're at Jess's. And Jess on the phone, and she's like, yes, dear. Doing voter registration is one of the most important things you can do. Yes, dear. Rock the vote. Rock the vote.
Oh, see, they should have had her on MTV.
Yeah, they should have. Did they not? I'd be surprised if
Could
they
you
did.
imagine her and Madonna on like a Rock the Vote commercial together?
Yes. Yes.
That would have been amazing. Oh, that's what we should do. We should reboot Murder, She Wrote now with Madonna. I mean, they're close to the same age, technically.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But that I don't know how that will work. I mean, she does have a British accent, or used to, but does she still have it?
I don't know. She's
Okay.
probably bored with it at this point.
Probably. So, an aide to the governor's at the door at Jess's,
Mm-hmm.
and we find out that a housekeeper found Joyner dead in his bed, and the
Yes.
governor really wants Jess to fill the congressman's seat.
Because that is a very logical thought path.
So we're back in DC now. We're back in DC.
Can we just pause for a moment?
Pausing.
we can't gloss over this too
Oh,
much yet, right?
we
When they
can.
basically said that neither party has agreed on their candidate, and that's usually who the governor appoints for this position.
Yep.
It's like, what are you talking about? Like, never mind. It just all of it was.
It was insane. Like,
Anybody that follows politics even a little bit, it was like, what are you talking about?
it's absolutely insane. They wanted to get somebody who wasn't tainted by DC. What does that even back and in the 80s? You want somebody who's real tainted by DC because that was when the pork was still happening. You could get
That's
stuff
right.
done.
You
You get shit for your state. God, Jesse Helms, that crook, he got so much
I mean,
money
he was
thrown
the
at
worst
him.
man, but my guy, he got so much for our state.
So much money, just all of the money
He
thrown
was
at
a
us.
racist SOB, but man, he really helped our state.
In I believe it was 11th grade U.S. history, AP U.S. history. We had a mock election because it was Jesse Helms versus the African American candidate. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Anyway, everybody else
Didn't stand a
voted.
chance.
Everybody else voted for the African American candidate, and I voted for Jesse Helms. They looked at me, it's like, why did you vote for Uncle Jesse? And I was like, money for the state, and I can't vote anyway, so what's it matter?
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, that was back then, especially, right? Like, back then, especially, because people did actually used to, like, go for their state's interest.
Mhm.
Nowadays, it's not like that, and
No.
they can't really point to anything specific they're doing for their states.
No.
But back then, that dude was like, I'll take it all.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
funnel everything I can into this state.
One of my favorite things he ever did was he was driving along, and there were some reporters outside of his limo, and it was Halloween, and he just started throwing candy at them, screaming, Happy Halloween, Happy Halloween, Happy Halloween.
Man.
He was the worst and a racist. Dear listeners, the man was a racist.
It was the worst.
Oh, God. So we're in DC again. We meet Diana Sims.
Hi, Diana. Hi, girl. How's it going?
Well, her perm's a little teased.
It's oof. Yeah, little. Oof.
We find out that she's JB's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And now Joe Blinn is picking up Jess in his tiny little sports car.
He looks so dashing too.
He does. I really like this actor in this part. I think he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I did too. I was surprised because I forgot about KRP, right? And I was like, why does he look so familiar?
Yeah.
And then like it hit me about halfway through the episode. It's like he was that good that I forgot about him being on that show.
Yep. Anyway, Joe is like, well, I can get you in the newspapers, keep you out of the newspapers, wherever you need, Miss Fletcher. I can do it, whatever you need, whatever you need.
That's not Jesse Helms.
No. And Jessica says one of the best lines that I wrote it down. Please understand, I'm not your agitated great aunt from East Nowhere.
I was like, well, okay, Jessica Sugarbaker. All right, girl.
So now we're in Congress.
Yes. It's just like in Congress.
And we meet Congressman Dan Kepner, who is the congressman from The Office at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He and Jess are going to be working on the cannery bill together. They're on the same committee. They approves or denies cannery bills.
Correct.
Cannery bills. Yes, they are on the cannery bill committee.
Multiple cannery bills.
Yes, just
we have 70,000 permits for canneries across America. This is God's work.
God's work. What is a cannery even doing in
Maine? Makes sense.
No, the federal government. That would be a state. Unless it's in the federal water. They may need something for federal water. You know, why am I even thinking about this?
I don't know. Have you forgotten we're talking about Murder, She Wrote right now?
I was.
Remember heterosexual drag queens.
True. So we go into Jess's office, and it is huge. Like, dear listeners, I don't know if you understand how small Congress people's offices are.
Well,
they are
if they
tiny.
paid attention to the January 6th insurrection, they would know.
It's a fair point. Nancy Pelosi does not have an office like that, dear listeners. The Speaker of the fucking House does not have an office like that. Oh, God. So Diana does something that she's supposed to do. She offers her resignation, and that is something that is constant throughout. It's even constant whenever a president is reelected. Everybody offers their resignation at that moment as well.
Mm-hmm.
But just like, no. I'm not going to be here that long. I really don't want to deal with hiring more people. Hell, by the time I got them all hired, I'd be out of here. So just stay, please.
I like when she said, "Do you like your job?" Yeah.
Yeah. So Terry Parnell, which Parmel, Mell, not Parnell, Nell. I love how they do these names that are just this much off from normal, right? Like, Parnell is a name I've heard. Parmel sounds like a sauce you buy at a grocery store. Oh, I gotta go pick up some Parmel. Or cleaning agent.
It does when you say it with a southern accent like that.
Everything I say is with a southern accent like that, you asshole.
No, I'm just saying, of course it sounds like a sauce when you say it. It's like, yeah.
I'd use Parmel on my ham. Parmel also works great with chicken enchiladas.
Oh my God. I like Parmel on burritos.
My son likes to dunk his chocolate in Parmel.
I like to watch my figure, so I enjoy Parmel Light.
And now, Parmel free. God.
Do you need to drink it? Parmel Zero.
Anyway, Diana Parmel comes in and offers to take Jess to lunch. Diana's behind her, shaking her head. No, 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 not that one, not that one, not that one. So Jess declines,
She's a good
and,
wingman.
and then Diana utters a line that I've never heard before and will never hear again. Most lobbyists are good people.
I stopped typing notes. I was like, wait, what? Oh.
So we're at a hotel now. We're at a hotel, and Jess is checking in.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe is like, hey, if you don't mind, I've got a date. Can I just leave you here at the hotel? And yeah, so I can go see this girl. She's in the SEC, and she's got some insider trading, and I want to be her insider trading, and we'll just see how this all goes real fast tonight. Hey, hey, ho, ho, woo, woo. Hey, hey, ho, ho, woo, woo.
Wow,
It's a quote from the episode.
That was a lot. You just
direct quote from the episode.
I did think it was funny that it was like just casually. Yeah, I'm insider trading.
Yeah, yeah. And Jess is like, "Isn't that wrong?" And he's like, "No, no. Everything's gray area here." And then we see a bald man.
Oh boy!
Following Jess.
You've been waiting.
We'll get to that schlep in a minute.
You're so excited.
He's such a mensch. God.
That character, I can't.
What?
That character, I just can't. I'm telling you. Oh, man. The second time I watched it, I was just like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just gets worse.
It does. This is a stereotype. I want some locks. Anyway, we're at Stockman's Barn Grill. And Dan calls Jess because he has something they need to talk to her about. But she is like
so bad.
Already in bed and like tired. That 30-minute flight from Maine was just too much for her.
She's got to get up and go jogging in the morning.
She's got to get up and go jogging in the morning. So they decide to meet for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, outside of the bar, Marta confronts him.
Marta's back. Ooh.
She has pictures of the body. And
she's do you remember me? Do you remember me?
I was in the office. I was there.
Do you remember me?
I was there. Bitch, here's the pictures. I'm scared. You should be too.
Oh, man.
Oh, the next page I've got blackmail exclamation point.
Blackmail?
Blackmail. So now it's the next morning.
Yes.
And Jess is downstairs, and a bald man, that same bald man, now he's wearing a hat, is following Jess around. Jess loops back around, is like, who are you, and why are you following me? And his name is Detective Lieutenant Avery Mendelsohn. And my dear listeners, he is a stereotype. Just, if there ever was an 80s stereotype, he is an 80s stereotype.
He is it.
He is a stereotype.
If you took the entire cast of Fiddler on the Roof and made one superhuman out of that cast.
I was waiting for him to say, later on he describes his family, I was waiting for him to say, and my third cousin, twice removed, plays Rev Tevye on Broadway. Weren't you waiting for it?
Girl, some of the things he says in this episode, I was like, how did you people write this? Like, seriously, how did you do this? And how did he perform it? And just was like, yeah, this is all okay. Like, these jokes are great.
Well, we find out Joyner's death was probably a murder.
Wait, what? But we watched him just die of random death.
Right, but his body was moved. A random death. His body was moved. They found out this body was moved. But hold on. Detective Lieutenant Avery Melson's got some pains in his back and his feet. It's very important.
Well, you
that
know
we
what that
cover
means,
that.
right? You know what that means. If the Jewish detective's got pains in his back and pains in his feet, then that means something's up.
That there's a fox loose in the china shop or
Yes!
something.
Yes!
And like he even knows it's a bad line and then looks and then walks away.
I'm telling you, some of the lines in this episode.
Dear listeners, we really enjoyed this episode. I'm just throwing that out there, or at least I did.
I was like, was Bull in a China shop? Was that copywritten? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's a very common expression.
Oh no, Dan's passed out in the street.
What?
Yes, and a homeless man is taking his belongings. He starts running to chase him poorly.
You're right. Like, he was really like he's kind of running, not because the homeless guy's old too. I was like, you could have caught up with him pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, he's taken in for questioning.
Oh no.
We find out something else very important.
What?
Marta's dead.
But she was having such a good day the day before.
Doing all that blackmail, a little like drinking, take pictures of a corpse the day before that. It was a really productive 2 days for Marta, wasn't it?
It was, right? Like, she was on it.
She was beaten to death. Like just bludgeoned to death.
Oh jeez. That's like well, that's awkward. That's very awkward, Marta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if someone was upset with her.
Probably.
Oh.
So now we're back at the office, and we find out that Joyner was going to vote against the cannery bill.
Oh.
And like Jess is talking to Marta, or not to Marta, Diana, and she's like, "So, I need to know what all Joyner was doing that night because they think it's murder." And Parmel tastes great on ham.
Hey, Parmel.
Invited him to a party, but she didn't go.
That's odd.
He didn't go. Yes, I know. Very odd. We know he did go because we saw it, but yeah, there you go. So now we're downstairs and Diana's walking with her. We're walking through the house like to a committee meeting,
and we're walking,
and Thor comes up.
Literally, that's his real name.
With like some papers, like, I would really like you to read this research. He works for an environmental group.
Yeah, he looks like
And
it.
Diana's like, no, Thor, not in front of my salad.
Thor does actually look like he would be like a little side career in that world.
Yeah. Dear listeners, those of you that do not know, Not in Front of My Salad is a gay porn that just ends with two guys having the anal intercourse in front of a salad that one dude bought for his wife, and she's just like, not in front of my salad, and like, I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you ever seen this porn?
I've seen that part where she says that. I'm not watched the entire movie.
The salad is very underdressed. It's the worst part of the thing. Like, they don't even make a dressing while they're having sex. Like, they put the salad in a bowl.
I mean, that's true. I didn't even think about it. You're right. That salad was completely dry.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on, y'all. Do better. Do better.
I know.
You're going to stage all of that extra stuff. At least put some dressing on the salad.
I may or may not have that one saved on my computer just for shits and giggles.
Just for
every once in a while, whatever. Because the dude, like, it's this huge roided out dude. Like, he is.
Of course.
And, like, this.
Which one is supposed to be the straight husband?
The roided out one. And there's a little Twinkie guy who is the naked chef. And yeah.
Oh, that industry is so strange.
Isn't it, though?
It's such a strange
It's a men.com production.
Isn't that a thing now for them, though, right? That's like a genre, isn't it? Like,
funny?
Like wives and people, like, walking in on, like, you know, these, like, weird... So strange.
It's straight to gay is what it's called.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So,
yeah.
we're still doing that. That's still a thing. We're still doing
Of
that.
course it is. Of
That's
course
still
it
a
is.
genre. Wow.
I was watching one that a like daughter brings her fiance home
Okay.
and he goes take a shower and the dad comes into the shower or comes into the bathroom, sees him naked, and like the fiance's like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're doing this." And the dad, like later on, the mother sees him and goes, just says, "Again?"
I don't. I don't
I
understand.
guess it's not really straight to gay if he's like
I mean,
doing
that's
this
the thing.
multiple
It's like,
times.
oh boy, like It's fine. I know it's comedy. I get it, but it's so very strange to me. It's like these reactions of the people of the straight people, like in their lives, makes absolutely no sense at
Yeah,
all. Like
no.
no person's gonna
I mean,
just be like,
at that point, just open up your relationship, right? If it's happened multiple times and it's like not an again for like again, it's
like
a
the salad girl.
again.
I'm like, really? That's your reaction? Really? That's the reaction, right? These people are, and you're just like, it.
There's a sequel not in front of my salad too.
Oh, jeez.
Of course there is.
Maybe there's dressing on that one. I don't want to know where they got it from.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Oh,
Jess goes to the committee meeting.
oh, good, Jess. You're doing some work.
And like there's somebody is reading their testimony word for word and Jess turns to Anna and was like, I thought they were testifying. She's like, yeah, that's how they testify here. Because otherwise they will say something incriminating, right? Like
They
it
have to read it.
just rolls her eyes and it's like, ugh, God,
It's our little
government.
elbow, right? It's our little elbow, like, yeah, government.
Yeah. So then later on in her office, we find out Joe set up a lunch with Miss Kay Shepherd, the gossip of DC. She can get anything for you, Jess, anything you want.
I'm so excited about this character.
Oh, I love her, that drag queen. Oh.
Oh, I'm so excited. So excited.
So we go into Jess's office, and the lieutenant is having trouble with his feet, which means things aren't kosher.
Yes.
Direct quote. Like,
Oh, boy.
so we go to the lieutenant's office, and Dan says everything. Like he confesses to the moving of the body. He was just so drunk that he didn't know what was going on. Like he couldn't make decisions. But the night with Marta, like he was told about the murder of Marta, and he's like, no, I went to see her, and I passed out after drinking a ginger ale.
A ginger ale.
A ginger ale.
I mean, I've passed out after having ginger ales too, but normally they're mules.
Yes, girl, I know that is your. Unlike me, which horses behind me, horse. Oh my God, I'm making a gesture, and you can't see it because my hands disappeared in the. There's my hand. And
It looks like you were
over-
milking the horse for a second there.
Milky. Okay, let's stop that. Did you know if you go to Japan, you can eat horse meat?
I didn't need to know that.
Did you know that if you ate at a Wendy's in the early '90s, you ate horse meat?
Oh, well, there we go. I got that cherry popped.
So we then do you remember Rax? The
Yes.
Okay,
I loved
okay,
it. They had the
okay.
best salads.
salad, really, not the milkshakes.
I like their salads.
Their milkshakes were phenomenal. Girl, you and I should go to Ohio to eat at a Rax. They still have like
Okay.
5 of them in Ohio. We
I'll
go
bring
and
my-
drag.
I'll bring my lactate.
You don't have to drink the milkshake. You can eat a salad. And I'll drink a milkshake.
You just talked about how great they were, so I'm like,
They
well,
were
I kind of want to
great.
try it now.
They were great. Their strawberry shakes were phenomenal.
I mean, if a milkshake is good enough, I'll take some lactate for it.
Is it only if it brings the boys to the yard?
Basically, like there was a place on the way to Myrtle Beach that was like a farm stand, but during the summer they also had ice cream, and their peach ice cream was just it was like next level. So I mean, I will bring lactate under the right
I have not had
circumstances.
peach ice cream in forever. Oh, so good. Dear listeners, if you are not from a southern state, please quit eating peaches because you don't know what they actually taste like.
Millions of peaches, peaches for me.
When my husband saw me eating a peach raw, he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
This whole
"Just,
conversation.
just like eating it with the juice dripping down my mouth and like the skin and everything." I'm like, "This is how you're supposed to eat a peach, y'all? Am I wrong?"
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I was just thinking about your husband watching you eating a peach and watching the juices drip down your face. And
Well, in Wisconsin they don't really get the best peaches.
no, they're probably hard and they're not very
Yes, yes,
juicy. And
yes, yes, exactly. But here, you go to the farmer's market and get the ones that are like that the bees are flying around because that's how you know they're the sweetest ones. And then you
Mhm.
just take one of those, you just ack them,
Ahem.
ack them. And that's another
Oh,
Jewish stereotype for another. That's another one we can review. That is.
you got me so excited just then. We had the same idea at the same moment, and I got so excited. Oh wow, that was like I haven't been
Once
this
we're
happy all day.
once we're done with Golden Palace,
I
we'll
haven't
do
been
the
this
critic.
happy all day. When you did that, I was like, wait a minute.
We'll do the critic. There's some racism in there. I'm just warning you now.
Frozen. Oh.
So we're down in the morgue. And Jess exonerates Stan by explaining how if he was passed out, there's no way he could have like beaten her up. Right?
No, unless he was a sleepwalker
Right.
or a sleep puncher,
Yeah.
but he's not.
So we're back at Jess's office, and
Yep.
she's having a discussion with Diana about Dan. We find out he's an alcoholic
Oh no.
who was 6 years clean,
Oh, nice.
but a couple of months ago his wife left, so he fell off the wagon or got back on the wagon. I'm never
Oh,
really sure
no.
which one's
It's
the
you
right
fall
one for
off
that.
the wagon.
Okay.
Ask the Alateen kid. You fall off the wagon.
You were an Alateen?
No, but I'm an Alateen kid technically. If you really, I should have been. I should have gone.
Yeah.
I definitely should have done that in my youth.
So Jess sends Joe out to find some things out about Marta.
Oh, okay. Good job, Joe. You're
Yeah.
doing a good job.
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious.
Now we're at a random bougie bar. And Parmel tastes great on roast beef, too.
I like mine on chicken.
Accuses Dixon of murder.
Oh no, not another person accused of murder. What is happening here?
Murder.
DC, get your stuff together.
Murder. That would do it for you there.
I did it actually. It was good timing. You had a nice little breath control there. I liked it. You played patiently, as we say in improv.
So we're at Diane's now,
Hey Diane, hey girl, hey.
and there's a noise inside.
Oh,
It's Thor.
hey Thor, how are you? You got some jizz on your mouth. Hey,
You sexy hunk of a 80s man, you.
He was actually. I didn't really think too much about it, but yeah, he actually was quite hunky for the '80s.
What's wrong, Thor? What's wrong?
Well,
What's in your picture, Thor? What's in your pocket, Thor? What's in your pocket?
Oh,
Or
well,
are
it's,
those blackmail pictures? You just happy to see me.
both.
So Thor has some pictures that Marta took,
Yes.
and like of him and her sleeping together.
Yes.
But inside is a note, and the note says, "Stay away from Jess."
Dum dum bum.
The plot sickens.
Sickens so hard. Ooh.
Thor's
so hard.
like, these were faked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That technology back then, boy, who knew you could doctor pictures so easily back then?
Well, we find out what happened later on. We'll get to that in a few minutes.
I didn't say anything. I'm not saying nothing.
So we're at Marta's now.
Hey, Marta.
And Jess is looking around, looking around. The lieutenant sits down on one of the chairs and just starts going on and on and on about his family, about how he should have been doctor, but he wasn't smart enough. I'm sorry, I start doing the accent and I try to stop myself because it's just so like.
It's impossible.
And one of you find out his brother's a rabbi, and like
Two of his brothers are rabbis.
two of his brothers are rabbis. His
His
sister,
sister's a cantor.
yeah, and like he's going on and on, and he says he should have been worked for the telephone company because the telephone company that's a stable job. That's where the money is. Hoy.
It's like, who wrote this man's script?
So while he's just babbling on about all this, Jess finds a picture that has Diana and Marta in it.
They know each other.
They know each other. So Jess is like, hey, Lieutenant, can you drop me off at the Library of Congress? He's like, sure, why not?
Because, yeah, that's because we're in D.C., right?
So now Jess is going to lunch with Kay Shepherd
Ooh.
and her real angry cat Peanuts, who did not want to be there.
Oh, man. Do you know? So, I mean, just let's be very honest. When I saw her holding that cat at that table, I really had like a moment where I was like, I want that life. I did. I was like, I want her life. Like, I want it right now.
Girl, you have her life.
No, but I can't just take my cat to a fancy restaurant. They won't sit there for like even 30 seconds. You know,
That cat didn't want to either.
I mean, that cat was probably drugged. I can't drug my cats just to take
That
them
cat
to
was
a
not
fancy
drugged. It
restaurant.
was getting ready to scratch Kay right in the face. You could just like that cat was like
Makeup. We need
milk.
makeup.
I want my milk. I want to be down from here.
I want my num-nums. You promised me num.
God. So Jess and Kay, who was fabulous. Like her eyeshadow is fabulous. Her hat is fabulous. The fact she's drinking martinis is fabulous. Make a pact that Kay will tell Jess some things that she can't tell the cops because it'll incriminate people. As long as Jess tells her, gives her the exclusive when she busts this case wide open.
Bust it wide open.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, she was so fabulous.
Goodness.
Gosh, I just like, I don't know about you, but I genuinely was like, I kind of would love to see a show about her. Like,
yeah.
Could you imagine her running like a PR firm and like
We've
like
seen it's called AbFab.
But this would have been ahead of its time.
So we find out that Marta and Dixon have had a relation, and Dixon was getting very angry with her outside the Watergate Hotel.
Oh, Dixon, what are you doing?
So we're back at the office, and Joe is like, I didn't find out much about Marta. You know, she's just a party girl, and there's not much really to find out.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
And Diana is out sick. Okay. So Joe's got another date right now. He's going to leave. And Jess is like, fine, go. But
So
be
many
more
dates.
useful.
Be more useful.
I mean, right? That's
Stop
basically
boning the ladies of DC and do something.
So Dan comes in to see Jess and has a very sweet heart with her. He's like, I'm going to put a call in. I'm not rerunning. I'm done with this. I'm separated from my family. My family's separated from me. It's very depressing. And just like, chin up, old chap. You can fix this. You can beat this. And I'm sure your wife is going to be there for you.
Yes.
I mean, unless she's not.
Unless she's not, because a
He's
lot of
an
stuff
alcoholic.
A lot of stuff's emerged.
Yeah, like, right, like, I don't know how he would win us. I guess Marion Barry was anyway.
No.
He was what, mayor in DC. He was probably mayor in DC at this time too, wasn't he?
He was probably sitting there watching this episode. He was like, he's doing a bump, he's doing a puff on the crack pipe, watching this episode. Like, Jessica's gonna catch him.
Piles
She gonna
of
catch him.
cocaine everywhere. Just
She
piles
gonna
of
catch
cocaine.
it. Watch her. She gonna do it. Watch her.
Oh,
That's why I love this show.
God.
Watch her. She'll catch him.
So we're now at Diana's. So at the end of the last scene, Jess looks up Diana's address. So she goes over there.
Mm-hmm.
She walks in and she's like, "Hey Diana, can I talk to Thor, please?"
She busts in.
She busts in. And Diana's like, "Come on out of the bedroom, Thor. Come on."
Come on, boy.
Yeah. And so Jess is like, "Well, I know you two went to school with Marta because I saw the crest on his tie. I saw the cheerleading outfit from you. And then I went to the Library of Congress to find a year. That's not a thing that would be at the Library of Congress, but here we are."
You heard. Library of Congress.
Yeah. Yeah. Library of Congress. Library of Congress.
The Library of Congress.
That hurt a little. Ooh, I'm better now. So Marta's no longer friends with them anymore. My rattan chair I'm sitting in was getting a little uncomfortable, and
Not rattan.
yes, girl, it's rattan from IKEA. So it's cheap tan is what it is.
Oh man, I love it. I love it so much.
So Marta's no longer friends with them. She's been partying. She got in with the Parmels, which tastes great on vegetables too. So
I like mine on fruit.
So we're just describing mayonnaise. That is really what we're describing.
I thought it would be more like a Miracle Whip kind of product.
Or cottage cheese.
Ooh.
It could be cottage cheese. I
Parnell
love
cottage cheese sounds like a
Yeah.
real product.
it does. I love cottage cheese. Dear listeners, this is not sponsored, but Good Culture brand cottage cheese is so much better. Like, it's actually got the live cultures in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's better. It tastes so much better than Activia I ever thought of tasting.
Do you hear that, Mama Maim? She loves cottage cheese.
Oh,
So
yeah.
listen
They
to
have it at
listen to-
Publix.
Listen to Mims. Listen to Mims.
Good culture. Good culture. I mean, it's not better than Daisy. Daisy's the best. Daisy is the best.
She loves some cottage cheese with peaches. Loves it.
Ooh. God, we're just all over it. We got her covered. Peaches and cottage
Yeah,
cheese.
all in one episode.
I like salsa in mine. I just like a scoop of salsa in there, and
In your cottage cheese?
yeah,
I have never heard of that before.
make it savory instead of sweet. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Or if you don't even want to do that, just a shit ton of black pepper. Oh, so good.
You have such an unusual palate.
I mean, have you tried it yet?
It's not that.
Then
It's
don't
just-
knock it, girl.
I didn't knock it. I didn't say, I said you have such an unusual palate. That's not knocking anything. That's like most people don't think of cottage cheese and black pepper and that's it.
Actually learned that from a couple coworkers. Like, not just one of them. Like,
Cottage cheese and black pepper. That's it.
cottage cheese,
That's
black
it.
pepper. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were like, and theirs was like, I don't really know what to do with this cottage cheese to make it taste to where I like it. And I was like, well, first thing you do is get full fat. She's like, yeah, I did that, and that worked. But then she was like, with the lower fat stuff, she just tried black pepper, and at one time it was good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So now we're at the police station.
Yes.
And Diana and Thor come clean. He said that he shows him pictures like, look, I was passed out. You can tell I was passed out. I had something to drink at Marta's, and I was out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her roofing people before it was cool.
I know, right? Good job, Marta. Way to pull a Cosby.
Caught me off guard there, girl. Caught me off guard. Like,
I saw it. I saw your face.
little proud of you. Little proud of
Thanks. Thank you.
So Joe's driving Jess right now, and he's going over everything he found out.
Oh, okay. That was a lot he found out.
Yeah, he sorry. Dear listeners, I do apologize. So he goes through the list of things like what she was doing, the bar she went to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh man.
So now we're on the house, like in the house chamber again.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess calls out Dixon, saying they didn't know Marta. He's like, Dixon comes up and is like, Jess, I'd like to talk to you about a few things. She's like, oh, okay, let's talk. He's like, about the cannery bill. She's like, no, about Marta. He's like, I don't even know who that is.
What are you talking about? I don't know who that is.
And he lies, straight faced.
How dare he?
How dare he? Dare he?
If you weren't gonna do it, I was gonna do it. Our mouth was in that perfect position. I was like, one of us has to do it.
I'm surprised I can't always get them out, but that time I did.
That was perfect. That was perfect time.
God. Where were we at here? He calls Jess an amateur. And amateurs sometimes get burned.
What a terrible person.
He is. He's real that guy, too. I forgot to say that earlier.
He is. Yeah.
He was Will Riker's father on Star Trek The Next Generation.
He's been he was a lot of he filled in a lot of our character actor roles in the 80s.
Yep. So now sorry, there was a bang outside my door.
Okay.
So now we're back in the office, and Jess gets it. She's like, Diana, I need you to go and stall the committee. The committee's getting ready to vote on the cannery thing. She's like, I need you to stall that hearing. Stall it as long as you can.
Yes.
So she talks to Joe, and she's like, Joe, Kay just told me the most important thing. That another man was there that night hiding. So a strange boyfriend was hiding, saw another man come in and kill Marta.
What?
Yes. It had to be Dixon, which means the photos are at Dixon's house. I need you to meet me here. We're going to go get in Dixon's penthouse after the meeting. Yeah.
Finally, something's going to happen.
Something is going to happen on this last page of my notes. So, we're at the committee, and Dan is going on and on and on and on and on.
We're having a Mr. Smith Goes to Washington moment.
Yes, and finally Jess walks in. And he's like, "I'm done." I give my time over to the lady from Maine, and she's like, "I'd just like to say one thing. Plastics." I love saying shit like that. The one thing, just saying plastics after that.
You could never have enough hats, gloves, or shoes.
No, but she's like, Mr. Dixon, these canneries are very important to Maine's economy. However, we have 7 that are abandoned right now, and 2 of them are yours. And I understand you get a tax break for that sort of thing, but isn't that shitty, old asshole? About something else.
I know. Wow, that was almost...
Dial it back for our dear listeners. She gets a round of applause. Dear listeners, I clapped in a circle to be a round of applause. Round of applause. Okay, fine.
They probably picked up on the variation of the tone with the microphone.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know how we'll see.
That one person who's going to leave a 1-star comment and say, "I didn't enjoy the round of applause. That was very hackneyed."
But you know what I did enjoy? The Nickelodeon TV show Roundhouse from
Oh my
the
gosh, it was so
early
good.
90s.
It was so good.
So, we're at Marta's.
Doom, 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 doom.
There's a break-in.
a.
It's Joe. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, I can't believe it's he. What is he doing there? What's happening?
He snuck in and grabbed the pictures from Marta's desk.
Oh, Joe, not you.
The Jewish stereotype is there.
Oi. I mean, basically, that's how it was. That's how it was.
Basically was.
I mean, that's essentially what happened.
Then the cops and Jess show up. And she's like, Joe, we know Marta was working for you. You had no gloves after Marta was killed because, they got covered with blood and makeup. It's hard to get that out of Suede.
I can tell you, it is.
And, the thing that really got you was you were being very specific about which bar that Marta went to see Dan. So they take him away, and the lieutenant offers Jess to go to a deli that's got the best lox and cream cheese platter in the city.
And that's where we discover that this entire time, we're pretty sure that the detective was actually interested in Jessica and was just kind of sharing his life with her.
Also, there's one thing. Jess didn't know what lox were, and I don't believe that.
I don't either. She was being coy.
That
means we're running out of time.
Well, that and I want to go double time anyway because I'm running out of time. Oh, God, but I do have some cottage cheese downstairs. Thank you for reminding me.
No,
oh,
thank you.
Girl, what did you think about this episode?
I loved it.
I did too.
I mean, I love them all. That's why I wanted to do this podcast, because it's just so ridiculous that it's impossible to explain to another person how ridiculous it is.
It's so good.
I'm into it.
This was a great episode. I really enjoyed this one. This was
it had the sexy 80s guys. It had the saucy, sassy ladies. It had all of it.
Maim, why don't you tell our dear listeners, we're at an hour, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds. Why don't you tell our dear listeners where the hell they can find you so we can wrap this up?
Cool. So the hell you can find me is in South Florida.
Sorry, you can repeat yourself. I was laughing right on over you.
It is hell. It's South Florida, right? Which is in its own little world. So yeah, if you're on the internet, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at auntie.maim. That's MAIM. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Maim Ministry. If you are down in South Florida visiting or some stuff like that, you can actually see me in multiple places. So I do improvised comedy at the Villain Theater in Miami, which is at villaintheater.com if you want to find out more. I host Amazing Colossal Karaoke every Thursday night in Miami Beach at a little bar called Kill Your Idol. Starts at 10 p.m. And coming soon, in the next 2 weeks, I'll be hosting a stand-up show every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock at a little bar in Fort Lauderdale called Lit, L-I-T. So if you want to meet me in real life, that's where you can find me. How about you, my sweet, my precious, my charming, my voluptuous, my running out of time Mims?
Hi. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. I don't do very much else. I do have some things planned, and you'll just find out about them soon, but not right now.
I don't even know, dear listeners, and I'm excited myself.
I know, it's because I have to do it first.
Oh, okay.
You can find this podcast online at You Slay Me Pod.
Slay me.
On Twitter. You can find our other podcasts. Just look for Mims and Maim whenever you get your podcasts. We have a Patreon. You can go on to Patreon, back her, Mims and Maim, and you can just throw us some money, rolls of pennies work.
Yeah,
Let's
it
see here,
does.
what else? For some reason, while you were saying your whole spiel, the thing from the Crucible came to my mind. It's something that always comes to my mind. Mary, Mary Warren, Mary, Mary, it's a witch, Mary Warren. I often quote that and often think of you. Why don't
I
you say
mean,
goodnight, Mame?
good night, Mame.